there, Pisces. Okay, I was just sorting some information for you. I did a short meditation for you as well. And we're going to get to your cards in a minute. But this is for Pisces for January into February. And the message I was just meditating on, I was seeing this like a disheveled wasp struggling to get over a fence-like object, which was much smaller than a fence, but that idea of being over the top of something and trying to get over, or some kind of obstacle, and then starts to get over that fence or obstacle and is looking for or looking at something or someone specific, but I don't see who that is. And then as they're doing that, they morph into a scraggly chihuahua with a stout man in the background that's blurred. So this is a big man whose chihuahua this belonged to, but they don't show you who it is. There's this energy of this scraggly chihuahua morphing from a wasp. And that could reference perhaps however you take it. Okay, however you take the message is the way you should perceive it. I was also getting for Pisces, because I was pulling some cards yesterday and the day before, and the Father was coming up strongly, as well as instead of Christmas or Christ Mass, it was coming up Father Mass, or perhaps someone who plays both roles as the Father and the Mother, and also Sophia Mass also coming up. Adita's younger brother was coming up, as well as Chicken Feet. The numbers 465, 539, and 1004. So for Pisces, in February, there'll be several planets in Pisces: the Sun, Mercury, Neptune, Saturn, while Jupiter and Uranus are in Taurus, and Pluto will be in Aquarius at the time. Well, it's in Pluto for a while now, till September, while Mars and Venus conjunct in Aquarius on February 22nd. And also then the 7th house comes up, because the 229 only comes up once every 4 years. And from February 26th to 29, the moon goes into the 7th house, while Jupiter and Mars square each other, so that is an alignment. And that has to do with pushing, well, then it's only in Libra on the 29th for a couple hours, I think, and then goes into Scorpio. So pushing Scorpio into March with intimacy versus freedom. And a March is resistance, right? A March. April is early or premature, but then Mother May I at the Y in the road. Yes, ma'am, then is the order of the day. Making amends, drops of Jupiter in her hair, clearing blocks about organization or the need to clean at the full moon, which is tomorrow actually, a groundbreaking event, exposing self after a long time underground, that diamond in the rough energy, connecting also to Sirius, perhaps a temple ball game or batting cage, spotting Sirius, the star Sirius, like you'd be on the balance beam, as not to fall off balance. And there's that energy, right, of being like on a fence as well. All 4 nights here, highlighting April Fools. And from CNN.com, they were actually talking about the Sun expecting to reach its 11-year peak, as in strength coming in, mid to late 24. All right, so it's peaking out this year. They're literally letting us know. And then on April 8th is the solar eclipse, which is visible in the United States this year, and that won't happen again until 2044. From Aquarius to Pisces, we go from high-tech stuff to natural hands-on, right? So much more natural energies. And then there's an Easter block also coming up for Pisces. And hanging out for another perspective, when April 9th comes around, which is the 739000 day since AD, when that rolls around, and 739,000 is the 7 of the Chariot, 39 of the Knight of Cups. When that rolls around, there's supposed to be something significant right there. We have the eclipse on the 8th, and the 9th is also the 100th day, so the eclipse is the 99th day of the year. And then the gingerbread house also came up for you, and for mutables in general, coming and going was coming up, and also in need of peace. All right, so that's what came up so far for Pisces. I was just doing some clearing here for you guys. Take a deep breath. And I was trying to get that third wick was lit, but it went out. I was struggling to stay lit. So there may be a message there as well. So Pisces, you have messages of love. This will be at the end of your read. And we have the Fortune's Oracle. We'll set the tone with that first. We have Rider-Waite Mini for clarifiers here, and my SIRIAN Starseed deck for the main read. And I pre-shuffled all the decks. So let's see what's going on for you, Pisces. Calling in all your guides, angels, and masters for the best and highest good of all those concerned. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. As it's 5:15 on the clock right now. That 515 energy is the 51 of the King of Swords, and then the 15 of the Devil. And that reflection, right? The purity of the King of Swords, right? The man of integrity, and then the shadow side of things. So what is coming up for Pisces here? And that came right up. 22 of the Mountain, which 22 is the Fool, and we talked about April Fools already. And this card for me is the energy of the 5D stationing above the mountain peak here. And there's this pink energy of compassion there. And it is the mountain, which mountain means the people's remembrance, basically. And 22 for me also means the 5D. So know that you are protected as you face challenges, but also remain cautious. We also have luck coming up here for you, and 19, which is the Sun. And Christ was just coming up too, so there may be a reference there. And then we have the unicorns here too with the 33, so that's confirming it's a Christ vibration right there. The bottom of the deck here is the Love card. 17 is the Star. And this one says, love surrounds all your connections, move forward positively in all areas of your life. So the underlying energy of love and dreams coming true with the Star, healing. And then this beautiful energy of the 5D mountain, right, that challenges you. But there is luck here. Know you're protected, and then you are right to be strong and optimistic about the opportunities ahead. There is good luck for you here. And then we have the shadow unicorn that I just talked about, the King of Swords of purity, and then the 15 of the shadow side of things, of the two unicorns here, and Christ consciousness. Success, hope, freedom, healing, and magic are all available to you if you just believe. And also the 3 has been coming up as the bird soaring across the horizontal. So here's two birds soaring together. And we have the 22 over here, which is the 5D station, which also could be two queens. I don't know if you're playing cards. Somebody might actually be playing cards a lot with somebody. And we have the Sun here also between the 22 and 33, the stationing and the soaring. The 33 also represents the 4D bridge for me. Right, so we go from the higher numbers of 44, which represents like being a social worker in the 3D, right? So the higher vibrational 3D energies of the 44 going into 33 bridge, the Christ consciousness crossing over to the other side, which is the 5D station. And with any luck, getting back there again. So going from the 5D station back over the bridge to meet. Oh, very interesting. And there, the twin flame card kept coming up for you guys too. So let's see what happens here. Now the twin flame energy is a quantum energy. It's not just about this love relationship, but it is, because it's the quantum energy of push and pull of that happening simultaneously, just like the way a helicopter works, right? It can hover in the air without moving because it's got birotational propellers. So it's that same kind of energy of push and pull that collapse things to the middle, that energy of being in 0 point field. So here we go with the SIRIAN Starseed deck. But you do have the unicorn in its shadow right there. All right, so shadowing yourself. Remember, in coming together with any high vibe connection, it's really about you becoming the version of your best self in order to pull in the energies of someone who matches that highest self. And that's where that high vibe love comes from. It's by connecting with source directly. So when two people are very highly connected to their higher self, then they're drawn together in this very high vibrational love relationship or connection. Very, very connected and yet independent at the same time. Pisces. In Pisces, you're the dream walker, right? You're with one foot in this world, one foot in the next. That energy of the Pisces symbol is literally 2 circles with a line going from one to the other, jumping multidimensionally. It's that energy of the pie, the circle with the line down the middle, flipping inside out through and through to the other side, so then the 2 C's of the circle are back to back instead of facing each other. That's actually the Pisces symbol, and then the line down the middle turns horizontally to seal the deal, so to speak. All right, Pisces, what do we have for you here at 520, which is the Queen of Swords, as we already had the King of Swords come up. Pisces, January to February, for the best and highest good of all is concerned. Pisces. Pisces. There's still more coming. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, first card out for you, Queen of Wands. So today is the Queen of Wands. It's the 24th, and the 24 is also Omega, and it represents enlightenment, crowning, and she's crowning herself. She's a multitasker. She's got fire in her hands. So, this can be taken 2 ways. It can be taken as a high vibrational thing where she's crowning herself and making herself a top priority, but it also could be someone who has their hands into everything. So let's see where that might go to. The challenge for you, Pisces, is the Knight of Cups. The Adept of Chalice is here in this deck, and he's swimming in an infinity pool in the green room, so to speak, as far as surfers are concerned. So in the green room, surfing in an infinity pool, right? And green represents the heart. And he's taking a stroke. And again, there's this reference to a coffee cup here too, out in the ocean here, as the water in the cup is matching the sea around it. And there's that energy again of spotting Sirius, so that you don't fall into the chaos around you, right? You don't fall out of the cup. And there's that edge that wasp could have been struggling to get over. But we have the Knight of Cups, which is usually that loving, kind offering of being love, just in general, that energy of Jesus. And we're going to clarify everything too, so we'll see if it's more in the positive or the negative aspect of that card. But oops, that was coming out of the bottom. That's the underlying energy, is the 3 of Pentacles. But the next card here for you is the Knight of Swords. And in this Knight of Swords, he's like passing a mini-me message to the 5D energy here. The Knight of Swords is the messenger of truth. Also could be the Knight in shining armor. And he's sitting on a rock under a tree, passing a message up to the Knight of Cups over here. And I was just getting us three. We have two knights and the Queen of Wands right here. Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords, and the Queen of Wands, not Cups. The recent past for you, Pisces, is the Ace of Orbs or Swords. And there's some dolphin play here. And the buoy there, that rainbow buoy, which sometimes comes up with Pinocchio and that real live boy. So the truth is always just below the surface here. And, you know, dolphins are very significant, you know, for Pisces. It's a very Piscean energy. But it's also sword energy, which has to do with thoughts and words and ideas. And crowning for you is the Ten of Swords, which can be a painful ending or ending pain. It could be somebody getting a massage as well, but it looks like a medical person may be getting a massage if it is. And this could even be a massage place that you're visiting with you know, multiple people, or perhaps one person's business with others helping out here. But we already have three swords for you guys here. The truth, the messenger of truth, and perhaps the deliverer of truth. If this is massage, that could be acupuncture, really any alternative therapies there. The Ten of Swords also can be major surgery, but we'll see about that. It's not really the energy I'm getting here. But there could be a major ending right there for sure, of getting out of your head. A painful ending or ending pain. And then what's coming up for you here is the moon. We have the full moon tomorrow. And this card actually represents the waning moon, so getting over that hump. And there's that getting over the fence again. You just have to get over that hump. The full moon is coming up as that hump right here. And the humpback whale is now coming up as well with the dolphins. So do you have an opportunity to hang out with the dolphins and the humpback whales, or any whales? Or perhaps going on a dolphin cruise, or, you know, dolphin and whale cruise. But everything's kind of dark. It's light here, but everything else seems a little bit darker at nighttime. And again, we have that full moon tomorrow. I forget what time it is tomorrow, but we have the Queen of Wands here, right? And the Queen of Wands could lose her temper at the full moon. And you don't want to deal with a fire female who's losing her temper, especially if she's doing too much, right? Expecting it of herself, or others expecting of her, or maybe she's showing off. You see yourself as divine justice, which is Libra energy. You know, not opening your eyes, just feeling your way as far as balance. Divine justice is all about truth and balance. So we have Cancer and Libra. And any air sign, any water sign right there. And so, you know, we have Pisces for you, and we have Cancer here too. But you're learning to balance without using your human eyes, by feeling, which is natural to Pisces, really. To feel your way, feel your way. Around you, how others might see you, is this is that energy of spotting Sirius again. She's literally spotting Sirius, like someone on the beam would spot the beam so they don't fall off. So she doesn't fall off being an island to herself amidst this very turbulent water or emotions around them. So you're just keeping your eye on the prize, so to speak, or on the mother, the Sirius mother. And the block here for you, I keep going from the bottom, which is that Three of Pentacles. That might be a message for you as well. The Emperor comes up here as the block for you, which is also the reason card, right? The person who's reasonable, or the reason why. And there's this Santa Claus energy too, again, so that father energy. So a block around Santa Claus, about Father Christmas, Father Time, about a reasonable man, or a thinking man perhaps, since you have a lot of swords coming up here. He's tossing a false arm, some kind of AI energy, and this can represent a hand with arthritis as well. Or something on fire. So that could bring up hemorrhoids as well. But the block is the Knight of Cups. And he's got his hand in this too, right? So she's got all this fire, and she's got fire coming out of her hands. And then here's a false arm here with the hand on fire, which he's tossing. But where is he tossing it? Is he tossing it to her? Right? Is she connecting with the serious mother, or is she connecting with Santa Claus here, or more of a logical man, an AI man, or some kind of ET as opposed to God, right? Who is she connecting to as far as this Sirius star? Oh, that's interesting the way that's coming up. Right? So focusing on a star, Sirius, right? So there could be other civilizations there that you're actually connecting with. And again, we connect with Sirius on Lionsgate 8-8. I'm getting Christmas in July. So the Olympics, I don't know if you're going to the Olympics or you know someone who is. What's coming up at the end for you is the Two of Swords. And this is someone walking on the jetties at the ocean, comfortably numb, right? Balancing your thoughts and your words, and kind of literally just like in a trance state. In your knowing, not bothered by anything around you. And again, walking that balance beam, that fine line on the fence again, right? Learning how to really balance and stay in the middle. And there's one or two cards here want to come up after. So, okay. So the bottom of the deck, as we know, is the Three of Pentacles. And let's see what's underneath that. We have the Five of Wands, we have the Transition or the Death card here, and the Six of Cups. And someone surrendering to all that is. That's the Two of Crystals or Two of Pentacles in this deck is the crystals. So, and there's that gingerbread house again. And the waves of flames. This is a very humid energy. And then some kind of transition through the portal here. And there could be some kind of tomb involved. Right? It's like kind of a Cinderella being kissed by the prince to wake them up. And there's that Six of Cups of the innocent children, the inner children, and someone who's surrendered to all that is at the water, where the land meets the sea, meets the sky, meets the I am. Someone's surrendering to all that is, right, for this connection here. In a big transition through a portal with humid waves of flames into this Trinity energy of the workplace or co-creating. I'm getting on a hot, humid day. One fine day, you'll look at me. I'm meant to be. So one fine day is coming up here for this. And it definitely looks like hot summer months. And that song's coming up too. So we also have Scorpio here. Fiery Scorpio. Right? Soulmate, children, innocence, surrendering to all that is. At Trinity, which is 3, and a show of power and gratitude. One fine day, you're gonna want me for your girl. And we have the Empress underneath here. So just below that, who's surrendering to everything that is the Empress. That could be a Taurus or a mother, grandmother kind of figure. And then someone with the Eight of Swords, hiding in the woods or anxious about something, or trying not to use their eyes to feel their way through, but there's still a little bit of anxiety here, right? Still on a learning curve. Mother and child, mother and children, mother and soulmates. All right. And Taurus, Scorpio, and one fine day here. We got the Ten of Cups behind her too. So she's got that emotional fulfillment of the family behind her. Okay, one fine day, you're going to want me for your girl. So, we have these three characters we talked about already. And we have the Emperor over here. And we have the Empress and the underlying energy. So this could be parents, grandparents, right? The two power players there. The matriarch, the patriarch, right? Mother Nature and Father Tech, right? Aquarius, Tech, and then the Pisces energy of the mother of nature. And Taurus comes up with that as well. And of course, Aries comes up with the Emperor. So we have Aries and Libra, which is the North Node and South Node. And Cancer, those are your three main energies here. Don't forget we have Leo up here too. And Aries. Yeah, and normally I'd see some kind of Sagittarius here, but I'm not seeing Saggy. I'm seeing Leo and Aries. And then we have water and air here. So this Knight of Cups definitely could be a Cancer person here, but it doesn't have to be. All right, let's start clarifying. For Pisces, January to February 2024, for the best and highest good of all is concerned. Why do we have this Three of Pentacles Trinity as the underlying energy? All right. So there's that Three of Pentacles right away, upright. And some kind of inequity here, unfairness, perhaps a scam, or just not sharing nicely, with the Knight of Swords rushing in after being stressed out or up all night not being able to sleep, perhaps suffering in silence for a long, long time. This could be some kind of FedEx delivery or kind of FTD florist as well. And it's coming into the workplace, but in an imbalanced way, like, you know, out of nowhere. Instead of, there's no notice that they're coming. This can be someone under arrest as well. And that can mean bed rest, right? Someone has to leave work, or they got news about a test that they had at the hospital and they have to be on bed rest here. So the workplace can be any place of co-creation. So that can represent school, that can be church, that can be the gym, it could be an art center, a hospital, whatever place of co-creation you're dealing with here. The recent past is the Ace of Swords for Pisces. Pisces. And this just kind of flew over here to my left. To the left, to the left. Oh, that's interesting too, because I was going through some pictures to try to delete some stuff. And I came across an old reflection in the mirror with the steam, like after a shower. And there was a 111, like 111. But the last one had a dash in it, like, you know, a hard left. So it's like 11 and then making a hard left, aligning with a hard left. And that was just coming up with the way these guys landed. Oh, that's interesting. I was just getting Landis. The Four of Swords is that energy of taking a rest or a break, perhaps meditating or praying. But there's a lack of patience here, or losing patience. This could be someone who lost a patient and has been suffering in silence regarding that. Or the truth is, or someone's just trying to heal themselves, having been a fallen angel. Perhaps this is someone with Sagittarius in their chart, perhaps, as I talked about that already, not being there. And then here we have a bold move of the Chariot, which is big action, big bold action, and also Saggy or Cancer energies. And here it could be the Sagittarius turning it around and coming out really strong with the truth here. After having lost a patient, or after having been the fallen angel, so to speak. And then we have the Hermit reversed there too, with the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles reversed. All right, so this could be someone who's over isolating, or a parent with Alzheimer's who's like losing their mind. And then here is this independent child and a mother, the Queen of Pentacles, who may be ungrounded, or perhaps all about the money or the security, not about the more emotionally based things. But we have somebody perhaps with Virgo in their chart here. And also the home union, the big celebration coming up here, but perhaps something under the radar. This could be someone trying to arrange a surprise party for someone. Or trying to end the pain. This could be someone coming to the house for a massage or some kind of treatment to end the pain, or in a painful ending, feeling like a failure. Home, feeling like a failure, trying to end the pain, or that could be back pain, that could be a major surgery and having to recover for, weeks after a surgery. And that can reference the King of Wands reversed. Okay, which could be that Sagittarius fallen angel. So it's Saggy reversed, Virgo reversed, Cancer upright there. And usually for me, when the cards reverse like that, it represents somebody with Virgo in their chart, not necessarily their sun or rising sign, although I can't exclude that. Okay, it could just be a Virgo person in a negative aspect, but it's also next to someone who's got it all together, so that wouldn't make sense. So it makes more sense that it's somebody with Virgo in their chart. Or perhaps this Queen of Pentacles reversed is very independent but ungrounded here. And again, however, connected with this King of Wands reversed, who may be doing things under the radar or really needy for attention because of some pain or back pain or some kind of injury, or somebody being a pain in the butt, just wanting attention constantly. So the foundation here is the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. And we have the Seven of Swords here. So after some kind of risky behavior here coming in, this is the Liar, Cheater, Thief card. It could be running away as well. But it also could be like hiring a PI, right, and getting the information and then passing it along. All right, some kind of a need for clarity. So this could be a private investigation, right, collecting information, or doing something at work in a sneaky way to get clarity about something. It can be stealing information or ideas as well. And a split, a divide, again, the need for clarity here. Again, this could be getting stitches out as well and saying, no way, I'm not going. So someone who's afraid of needles or pain. And a split, taking a load off, dumping a load, dumping multiple loads. Wands could represent bleeding as well. But there could be a confession here too. A confession about a split, or about some kind of scandalous behavior or investigation. And here's the Knight of Swords, passing some information to the Knight of Cups up here, who is a challenge. And why is that a challenge? This could be an infection too. Like if someone had surgery recently, There may be a risk of infection here, so you really need to take a load off. You can't do any heavy activities because it could aggravate the issue. The Queen of Wands is in the center here. And the Tower is reversed with the Knight of Cups. So this could be somebody with Scorpio in their chart, or just having dealt with a lot of drama and now just heading out of that, being love. Okay, so this Queen of Swords could have Scorpio in her chart. And she's going from her fiery self, or from this Knight of Cups loving self, or having received some love from somebody who may be a bit dramatic. And that can even be your pet, right? The Queen of Wands is doing a lot, multitasking right there. Or this Knight of Cups facing their fears. It's like jumping from the fire into the frying pan energy here, right? After dealing with drama or sudden events, then walking right into someone you don't want to deal with, or something that you're afraid of. Right? One thing right after the other. And the Knight of Cups, standing up for themselves, to the group, taking the high ground, assessing the worth of the situation, time, money, effort. Perhaps has a dream, right? Wants to take a break and daydream a little bit on how they want to go forward with this. You know, standing up to the crowd on how the money's going to be spent. And this can be at the full moon, right? Where emotions are all high. And coming in very, in a very loving way, right? To keep tempers down, but also keeping things under control. Right? And this can represent all these people down here wanting to reap the benefits here of what they've sown at the full moon. The Ten of Swords, or maybe they want to get paid. Maybe they haven't been paid yet. The Ten of Swords is coming up as the Knight of Wands. Again, this is Sagittarius energy for me, but it can be any fire sign energy coming in, right? The one who comes in saves the day. They've got lots of energy and they're inspired to connect one-to-one, perhaps to make an announcement or to get the calls done. So they can get out of there, perhaps take a break or a little mini vacation, or leaving the Queen of Wands behind here. So the Queen of Wands is coming up reversed here. You don't want to deal with that. She could be sick, right? We have energies of having surgery or pain or some kind of infection, or just dealing with risky ideas or words. So she could be sick or tired, or sick and tired, or she could be pissed off, right? The last thing the Knight of Cups wants to do is deal with the Queen of Wands pissed off. Or maybe the Knight of Cups is irritating the Queen of Wands reversed by being loving because she's not in the mood. And this can be too, that this Knight of Wands, and that Knight of Wands could be the Queen of Wands who has to be on, right, if they get called into work, to connect one-to-one and make calls, or then make an announcement, or wake up the dead. And again, it could be someone doing massage work or acupuncture. But once they walk into that good night, they don't have to be on anymore, and they become their true self, or they're just exhausted. So here's that full moon energy, right? Two moons right on top of each other, and the full moon over here. So it's a really strong Leo moon here. What's coming up for you is the Two of Wands, a choice to be made here of path. perhaps offering a choice. This could be an ultimatum at the full moon coming from Pisces, or this can be a sister, this can be a nurse, an aide, a nun, right? Whoever this is, the secret keeper, the one who's quiet, the high priestess, right? The psychic, offering a choice here of path or some kind of ultimatum, or this is someone talking to the group with their accountant there, right? Or their financial advisor to give them, right? To back them up at the full moon here. There's a lot of Cancer energy right there. So, and she could represent Cancer too, but Pisces or Virgo or even Aquarius could come up there. But it's more like a watery sign. So Pisces or Cancer or even Virgo. Virgo's been coming up here too with the Hermit over there. And swordsy energies can be Virgo too. So, and she may be advising on what things to dump, emotional attachments that need to go. This can be fluids leaving the body as well. So lots of little, someone's peeing a lot, like not a lot at once, but a little spurt here and there. This can be sweating a lot too, or bleeding, right? Little spurts of blood, which came up already. So something about that. And then the wounded warrior surrendering here, no longer on guard, defending all of these wounds or issues for a long, long time, and just finally surrendering to it. Perhaps getting some help at the full moon. Right, so here's someone defending the actions, and here's someone surrendering on this side. Right, so two sides of the fence again coming up. And then you see yourself as divine justice. Coming up with the Ace of Pentacles, offering a solution perhaps. Time, money, and energy, a new life. Christ consciousness comes up with the gold coin as well. Someone who's having a hard time or disappointed, or who have some heartbreak, being offered some kind of compensation. Right? Payment for pain and suffering. Having been manipulated, or with a lack of tools, insecurities here, and knocked off balance with new information, or perhaps, like I said, a chance of infection. And this could be a doctor who didn't do the right thing. This could be like someone who leaves something inside the body after surgery, causing an infection here. So somebody was at fault and being offered for pain and suffering here. And again, justice, so it could be something legal for sure. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed with the King of Pentacles upright. And this could be, a parent and their child, right, where the parent has to speak for them. Or just this earthy energy. Maybe he was stuck before, unable to function, and now he's back, fully functional now. It's interesting too, because when I was falling asleep last night, stuff about my old back injury was coming up, and the unfairness part. Just the way the system, can treat you so badly at times. Like I had a really bad active concussion after I was jogging and I got hit by a car. And I was out of work, and then they have to wean you back into work afterwards. And then because I was on disability for my back, so I'd fallen at work a few years prior to that. And I was working like 6 hours, and I was just going to 7 hours. And I had to go. I'm just trying to think why I was at the lawyer's office. I had to go in because we had to meet with the lawyer from my work so that they could grill me, right? But I had an active concussion, which never should have happened on my lawyer's part and on the part of the hospital. And what was supposed to be 45 minutes was an hour and a half for someone with an active concussion. If you've never had a bad concussion before, you can't relate to that. Your brain cannot handle the energies there's just a few things. So you may be going through something like that where you're revisiting something from the past that was unfair, or dealing with something in the present that's unfair. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles reversed, which is dysfunctional family, business, or community here, or some kind of loss, right? Loss of time, money, or energy. Oh, sorry, this is supposed to be going down here. But the, sorry, that was up here. Or up here. Here's that energy, right? This can represent someone with a disability and being fully recovered, or dealing with somebody at work, like a boss or something like that, and the energy of what needs to be paid out, right, for pain and suffering. What's around you, or how others might see you, is the Four of Cups. And this, not everyone's going to be involved in some kind of legal battle. But this has to do with someone offering to make things right, right? For some kind of heartbreak or separation, or even bad weather here, or something that became weathered, right? Not being able to get somewhere because of the weather and being charged anyway, and then someone recompensating for that, or paying you back, something like that. And then around you is that Four of Cups with the Queen of Cups and the Page of Pentacles and the Strength card reversed with the Six of Swords upright. So there could be some kind of weakness or fear here that you're fighting through and finding peace in the end regarding travels. And you see her sitting in this water, you know, it's very comfortable to her. But again, there's this reference of sitting on the island with all the water around, and she's very comfortable with that, which is a Pisces thing. So this could be Pisces or Cancer energies here. And this is someone who's learning something new, or examining every angle of the Christ consciousness, of something valuable, to see what its worth is, right? This one's focusing on the emotions. This one's focusing on the practical side of things. And this energy of the need for strength and courage here to travel to a more peaceful place, right? More calm waters, you know, other than being constantly in this turmoil all the time. But dealing with it